Hi Brollies, Marvin here from TechBroll.com, where we do unboxings, reviews, and sexy B-rolls. And today we're taking a look at yet another camera gear as I share with you my unboxing and review of the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun mic, a shotgun microphone that has a super-cardioid polar pattern and is ideal for on-cam recordings with a couple of additional features up its sleeve. With that being said, let's get into it. Alright guys, so right here we have the packaging for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. So in front we have a brief introduction about the product as well as an image preview and some of its key features that we're going to tackle later. On this side we just have some branding and model name, and on the other side we don't have anything here. And flipping it all over at the back, we have here the key features, package contents, and the complete specifications that I will also pop on the screen so that you can check it out. So this is a condenser microphone with a super-cardioid polar pattern. It has a 50 Hz to 20 kHz frequency range with a sensitivity of around -32 decibels and with a signal-to-noise ratio of around 80 decibels SPL. It also has a built-in -10 decibel pad feature and a 200 Hz high-pass filter. It can be powered either via a 48 volts phantom power or a AA battery. Now, let's see what comes in the package. So upon opening the box, the first thing you'll notice is a few paperwork. We have a couple of Saramonic branded stickers, a warranty card, and the user manual with all the necessary technical details. The packaging is actually pretty decent and all the package contents are well tucked inside the foam protection. Right here we have the shock mount, which is adjustable and has a cold shoe adapter with a tripod mount screw hole underneath it. It is also adjustable and removable should you choose to mount this shock mount to a microphone boom arm. So as you can see, it is quite versatile for any type of use case scenario. Aside from that, we also have some spare rubber rings for the shock mount. We also have a silica gel to keep moisture in check, and of course, we have a male to female XLR cable. The quality seems pretty solid, but unfortunately, we don't have an additional XLR to 3.5mm cable should we choose to use this microphone on a camera, which you should be able since this supports power via a AA battery. Moving on, we have the Saramonic Soundbird V1 microphone itself with a pre-installed foam filter with a rather large Saramonic branding. Now at first look and touch, it does have a decent weight to it of around 196.7 grams as per my own measurements and feels solidly built, made mostly out of solid brass construction. It also has this nice texture and matte finish that I personally prefer. Now looking around, we have a Saramonic logo here at the center, and then flipping it a bit reveals the 3 tactile buttons for the high pass filter, -10 decibels pad option, and the power button. These buttons actually light up depending on their status. So if you power this up via a AA battery, the LED indicator for the power button will be blue, green for 48 volts phantom power, and red for low power. As for the other two buttons, they will light up blue when enabled. Now this is pretty convenient and is quite vital so you won't be guessing what status or feature are currently turned on. Like I said, it has this nice textured pattern partnered with the matte black finish that makes it feel more premium. Now right here we have the Soundbird V1 branding, but I'm not a fan of this print quality and font, but that is just me nitpicking about this detail. Now flipping it on the front side, we can see the design of the capsule with a micro mesh type of design. And on the other end, we have the 3 pins for the XLR output which are gold plated. Like I said earlier, this shotgun microphone can also be powered with a AA battery, and you can easily do that by opening the battery compartment like so. Now if this microphone is powered via a 48 volts phantom power, the battery inside won't be used. Overall, in terms of design and construction, I am pretty satisfied with it as it is pretty solid with nice physical buttons for its additional features. Now for those of you who are not yet familiar, a shock mount, as its name implies, prevents unwanted sounds coming from unintended movements and bumps, and most of the microphones out in the market include one out of the box, which is pretty nice, alongside a handy filter like what we have here for the Saramonic Soundbird V1. Alright guys, with the unboxing and parts overview out of the way, let's finally do some microphone tests so that you can have an idea of how the Saramonic Soundbird V1 performs. Alright guys, now we're going to do some microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. And as you can see, it is a couple of inches away from my mouth. But before we start our testing, I would just like you to hear the background noise this microphone picks up at around 60% gain on my Behringer UMC22 audio interface. So all of the fans and air conditioning on our room is turned off, and that's the background noise this microphone picks up at around 60% gain on my audio interface. Alright guys, let's start our microphone testing by using a foam filter and without a foam filter. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone with a foam filter. Again, this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone with the included foam filter. Now, I'm going to remove the foam filter. Now, this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone without a foam filter. Again, this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone without a foam filter. So now the microphone is picking up all the frequencies coming from my voice and in our environment. This foam filter is actually quite useful, especially if you're prone to plosives, like the pop sounds, pop, 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 and of course, it will also block some of the wind noise if you're shooting outdoors or if you have fans running around your environment. So this is quite important, but in return, it will also reduce some of the frequencies that are coming from your voice. So that's the pros and cons of having or using a foam filter like this. But personally, I like using this because I want to minimize the plosives, especially if I'm doing voiceovers. Alright guys, now we're going to test the polar pattern of the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. So this microphone features a super-cardioid polar pattern, which means it is a directional microphone and will pick up most of the audio frequencies coming from the front side and will reject most of the frequencies coming from the side and at the rear end. So as you can hear, it is loud on the front and starts to fade away on the side. Now I'm going to talk through the microphone at different angles. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. And now we're going to turn that around 90 degrees. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone at around 90 degrees. And now turning it all over through the backside 180 degrees. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone, directly speaking at the rear end of the microphone. And now going back to 90 degrees and all the way back to the front side. So a directional microphone like this, a super-cardioid microphone like this, is good for on-cam recording like this, so that you'll be able to focus on your voice and reject all the background noise or other unwanted noise around your recording setup. It is also good for recording specific subject outdoors. Let's say if you want to record waters or some sound effects, you'll be able to focus on that particular subject without recording any unwanted noise. Yeah. So basically, if you want to do on-cam recordings, one good option is a shotgun microphone. Now we're going to test the microphone at different distances so that you can have an idea how it picks up at around 60% gain on my Behringer UMC22 audio interface. So right now, I'm a couple of inches away from the microphone. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. Now this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. Moving away further. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. Again. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. All the way at the back. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. Unfortunately, I cannot move further back, but hopefully I was able to provide you with an idea about how this microphone picks up at different distances. Alright guys, now we're going to compare the sound quality of an external microphone like this compared to the built-in microphone of my Sony a6400 camera, so that you can have an idea why it is important to have an external microphone compared to just using the built-in microphone of your camera. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone. And now this is a microphone test using the built-in microphone of my Sony a6400 camera. So as you can see, the difference is night and day. And it's quite important that you guys invest on a proper microphone if you want to do something like this, like if you want to be a YouTuber, a filmmaker, or a voice artist. Alright guys, for our last test, this microphone actually has two more additional features built in on the side. So we have a minus 10 decibels pad option and a high pass filter. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone without the minus 10 decibels pad turned on. Now I'm going to turn it on the side here. There you go. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone with the minus 10 decibels pad turned on. So that minus 10 decibels pad option actually helps with preventing your audio from clipping. So if you're recording at an unusual level, especially if you're like shouting or do intensive acting, recording, or whatnot, it will help you reduce or prevent your audio from clipping, which is quite important. But of course, it will lower the audio recording. Now, we also have the high-pass filter, which basically reduces some of the frequencies that otherwise you won't necessarily need, like rumbling, some of the background noise, and other frequencies that you might want to reduce if you're in a not so ideal environment. So let's test that out. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone without the high-pass filter turned on. Now I'm going to turn on that feature. There you go. So this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone with the high-pass filter turned on. So as I can hear, the background noise has been reduced, but I can also hear some of the frequencies of my voice being reduced as well. So that's one downside. But if you're, again, on a not so ideal environment, let's say you're shooting outdoors, or if you're shooting indoors with a lot of background noise, then you can take advantage of the high-pass filter. Again, this is a microphone test for the Saramonic Soundbird V1 shotgun microphone with the high-pass filter turned on, and I'm going to turn that off. So right off the bat, after disabling the high-pass filter, the background noise starts to become more dominant or noticeable, but my voice becomes more fuller again. So yeah. Now, this is a microphone test without a 48 volts phantom power, but instead I'm using a AA battery. Again, this is a microphone test without a 48 volts phantom power, but instead I'm using a AA battery. So this is another option if you don't have a user interface or if you don't have a recording that is capable of providing a 48 volts phantom power. So this is quite handy just in case you're shooting on the go or if you're connecting this microphone on a camera which doesn't have a 48 volts phantom power. So that's about it, guys, for our microphone test. Now, let's get back to the full review. Now, if you haven't noticed already, all the audio recordings on this video is captured using the Saramonic Soundbird V1 with my standard post-processing except for the microphone test part, which are all unedited recordings. So to conclude, in my opinion, the Saramonic Soundbird V1 checks out all my boxes when it comes to my preferences with regards to a shotgun mic. It is not too sensitive while picking up decent audio without having to crank up the gain too much. And with proper gain settings, I believe you can use this even outside the camera frame for your on-cam recordings. Build quality is pretty decent and I appreciate the negative 10 decibel pad option and the high pass filter, though I most certainly won't use those as I want my audio to be as full as possible. With that being said, I believe those are some nifty options just in case you need them in some certain run and gun situations. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I was able to provide you with enough testing to give you a properly informed decision should you choose to get this microphone. Huge thanks to Saramonic for sending this in. You can get this from the link below. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you like this, and see you next time. Have a great day, guys. You're awesome.